This
A little somber.
fucking sucks.
Yeah.
This is like not the kind of news that we want to be reporting on. First and foremost, like as a wrestling community, we lost a lot. We've lost a lot in the last couple years.
I mean, even in the last 48 hours, we lost
Terry
Yeah,
Funk,
Terry Funk.
rest in peace, first and foremost.
Yes.
Our piece of hardcore
But I
god.
think we can absolutely all agree that like this is the most, at least for me personally, and I think the whole wrestling community in general, because of who it is that we lost. Rest in peace to, I'm just gonna call him Bray Wyatt,
Wyndham
like
Rotunda.
the fan and
Yeah.
like the fan of his work, but also rest in peace to Wyndham Rotunda.
It's crazy. I feel like this is like, and I don't mean to compare and say one is more than the other, but it's like a kick in the.
I hear you. That's what I was getting at.
It's a kick in the gut, just like Brody was.
Yep.
You know.
And you know, we start the show off, you know, fucking around and doing what we do, but this one was tough to start off the way we usually do. We have intentions to get into All In, but we also want to pay respect and homage and just still, you know, remember, you know, Bray Wyatt and still process this. Like we you know, we record this on Thursday nights. We just found out the news a couple hours ago. I mean, bro, I don't know where you guys were at, but like I was in the middle of work, in the middle of a cut, and like I read the article quickly on my phone, and I'm just like, I read it so quickly and almost with so much denial that I'm like, oh, this is Bray Wyatt news. Like he's coming back. I don't know why I read, like, you know.
So you probably just saw Bray Wyatt. You probably just saw his name.
I saw 36. I said, set to return. I thought like 36 weeks or whatever, you know, something.
Yeah.
And yo, bro, like I'm at a loss for words. At first it was a mystery. Sean Ross came out with something that I would hope, for Sean Ross being the professional that he is,
Oh yeah.
has some legitimacy behind it. And yo, I mean, I don't know where to begin. I'm fucking heartbroken as a father. I'm heartbroken as the Sean Ross report came out, revealing that he had, and I'm gonna read this verbatim. First, we got a tweet from Triple H. Just received a call from WWE Hall of Famer Mike Rotunda, who IRS, for those who don't know, who informed us of the tragic news that our WWE family member for life, Wyndham Rotunda, also known as Bray Wyatt, unexpectedly passed earlier today. Our thoughts are with his family, and we ask that everybody respect their privacy at this time. Sean Ross, that was at 6
o'clock. Yeah,
32.
Yeah, around there.
And a little bit after, Sean Ross, Sap, I was given permission to reveal that earlier this year, Wyndham Rotunda got COVID that exacerbated a heart issue.
Yep.
There was a lot of positive progress towards his return and his recovery. Unfortunately, today he suffered a heart attack and passed away.
Man, that heart shit is fucking.
I read that because it also, you know, I'm heartbroken as a father. I'm heartbroken as someone who, you know, we've seen this before, Yeri, with with the Hamlin situation and with Bronny, and it's like these things happen with the heart, and automatically people jump to like the vaccine. It's the vaccine, like the anti-vaxxers, and we don't want to get political on this, but you know, I'm having a procedure done on me next Wednesday. And if I'm able to, I would love to still podcast and react to All In and just continue to, you know, talk about this amazing world that we love. But I'm having a procedure to fix something that COVID made worse with my heart. An issue with my heart that wasn't even really an issue, and kind of, you know, COVID. I got COVID, and a little bit after made it worse. So, you know, big emphasis on respect him and his family, because I'm sure as shit that the reason why at first it wasn't revealed right away is people jumping right away to the vaccine. And it's like COVID itself 100% makes heart problems worse or even appear.
Yeah.
So I'm heartbroken as that. I'm heartbroken like everybody in this room who lost arguably the absolute greatest creative mind in this industry today.
I was so excited to see what he had coming next too, and it's like
it was either a continuation of what he was already doing, or
something greater.
Yeah.
In an era where they're starting to listen and they're letting people, especially someone like him, have creative control. I'm heartbroken like everybody in this room and everybody watching to lose. Please fucking try to argue with me, because I have time and I will make time. The modern day Undertaker. Taker literally passed him the torch this past year.
February, yeah.
It's tough, man. Like, he was a father of four children, beautiful children.
Young one too, just had a fresh bone out the oven.
And, you know, this sucks. I've been a fan of his from NXT. I know Scotty's the same. I'm sure shit Yeri's the same. He's got the fucking NXT title. I mean, like,
absolutely.
This fucking sucks, bro. Like, I really, you know, we heard about him going through things mentally, and we heard about him, for someone who every time he comes on, he has the magical presence of someone like a Taker. He was very open with us and broke kayfabe and talked about his mental struggles. He lost, you know, Luke Harper, and we were seeing someone in the wrestling industry, an industry that is unforgiving, battle these demons and win with this battle against his demons, and come back with something that we'll never know where, you know, from a selfish point of view, from someone who loved him as a fan, with all respect to his family, we'll never get to see the greatness that could have been.
He could have continued on to be
It
great.
breaks my fucking heart, because I know for a fact, and I'll argue with anybody till I fucking die, bro. Like, this motherfucker was the modern day Undertaker, and he didn't even reach his prime yet. And I'm devastated, bro. I'm devastated as a father, as a fan, as someone who's also going through heart issues from COVID. This fucking sucks.
And also, if you want to support that family of his, be sure to run up www.shop.com with his merch, because I hear that apparently all of the funds that go whenever anyone buys merch from him going forward is going straight to his family. So,
and I'm running it up.
Yeah.
And I'm running it up. I got not mine, my daughter's Bray Wyatt Fiend mask and her Fiend action figure. She was so...
Yeah, that same one.
This kid declared herself a wrestling fan. She has a strong personality like mine, where if she likes something, she likes it. If she doesn't, she fucking hates it. And she loves wrestling on her own. Bray Wyatt, and it sucks to see. Like, I gotta break the news to her. You know, that was her. That was to be her generation's Undertaker. And again, didn't reach his prime yet. Sucks to see. Sucks to never know what it could have been. And you know, but my honestly, genuinely, prayers and positive energy goes out to JoJo and the kids and the rest of the family.
Absolutely.
But, you know, I'm trying to hold on to the fact that he is once again reunited with Brody Lee, who is someone, when he lost, he went through that and he overcame that. And a lot of wrestlers in this industry that we know of didn't overcome losses like that. You know, it ate them up.
Yep.
Gotta check up on.
So that's why this.
Yeah, Redbeard.
That's
gotta
why
check
this
up on
sucks.
good old Redbeard, man. Freaking. That sucks. It's like all those guys, Rowan, Harper, and Bray. It's like 2 out of 3 now gone. It's like that does shit to your mental right there. Just like going down the road with these dudes, just spending literally 90 to 98% of the year with these people, because
A
obviously,
lifetime.
yeah,
Some would call it.
you're rolling down the road with these people most of the days instead of with your own family, and you become family in a sense. So it's Someone check up on him. Someone check up on Bo too. God damn, you just lost my brother.
Yeah, fuck, man.
I mean, I've been fighting tears all day. I'm fighting tears as I speak. I feel like I'm fucking choking on my words, but realistically, like I said, not to get for all Cody Rhodes on you guys, but this is a huge loss for all of us. This is a huge loss personally, just relating on so many levels, and I mean, let's fucking celebrate him, man, or try to. Like, this is, I mean, you mentioned Redbeard. I'm thinking about guys like Roman, guys like Ambrose, guys like Seth Rollins, who were on the other side of
the matches,
the 6-man fucking like absolute.
It was a war.
Showstopper that these guys had week after week after week when they both came up around the same time. The Shield and the Wyatt family, where it all kind of began around the same time for them on the main roster, at least.
No, 100%.
I remember following this guy, like I said, from NXT, and
man, his days in NXT, when he would be on the mic, everyone would literally just stop what they were doing and
it was
silent.
It was silent. It was silent.
There was never any what chance, because like when I feel like when wrestlers really start to, like, if their rant is long and winded, like his not like that his was winded, but they're always long and they always had meaning behind them. But I feel like if it was anybody else, it would not have worked. 1, 2, there would have been the what chance in between that, and that never happened.
You bring up a good point. I thought about that. Like that's those NXT crowds are such a small, almost just a small crowd, and you're gonna fucking hear. You're always gonna have those like attention seekers, the guys who want their like couple seconds of like whatever they want to yell out. For you to have no one do that, that means you have not just most of the building, but the entire building in the palm of your hands. Yep. He's got literally every time this motherfucker touched the microphone, he had the whole world in his hands.
Sure did.
It wasn't just a gimmick. It wasn't just like a catchphrase.
And you can guarantee motherfucking T, I'm getting a Fiend tattoo. I'm getting a fucking Firefly font. I'm planning it out already in my head. This was, I don't know about you guys, and I know the answer kind of already. This was like one of my absolute top fucking dogs in the WWE within the last couple years.
Yeah.
Whenever he's on, he is number one or tied for it for me in my heart. And like,
how many episodes of this podcast have we dedicated to the guy? You know what I mean? Maybe not dedicated, but talked about him.
And even those who know, like when we were doing Main Event Club before, the podcast before Legit Heat, before we had Yeri on, such an excellent fucking addition. Every fucking week, one of the highlights was always Bray Wyatt, bro.
Sure was.
Like,
yeah, it was.
It sucks, it sucks. It feels like we got him back, and we got him back, and they're finally gonna start using him right, and we'll never find out. I want to enter the Fiend era where, did it fall flat at the end? Yes, not his fault. It was WWE and creative, and I also have sympathy for them because they're gonna feel very shitty about this because of the fact that they never fully. He won world championships, yes, but they never fully.
Only 2, I think.
Yeah,
no,
it might have just been.
It was like 3.
Yeah,
3? Okay.
Yeah, because he won the Universal Championship.
But they
twice.
never fully.
That's right.
They never absolutely fully like helped him reach his prime.
No, they didn't.
And mind you, like the Fiend to me was kind of like the biggest pull that he's ever had in a sense. Like, I'm not a horror type of person, and when he debuted that, I was like, "What the hell?" Like, this is. You literally put. The promos going towards SummerSlam of that year where he faced Finn and then evidently squashed him. I'm like, what is this? And then I see it in front of my eyes. I'm like, this is creepy as fuck, but I'm not afraid of it. Mm-hmm. I love it in a sense. And then it just kept going. I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
I mean, I love that he mixed the horror and like wrestling kind of collab, because the guys that did his Fiend mask did a couple other masks as well. I don't know if he did I know he did the mask for that Black Phone or whatever it's called, the one with
the Black Phone, with Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke, yes.
Yeah, no, that was the latest mask I think that
But
he
I think
did.
he did other horror masks too, and that's just awesome that he kind of brought those two worlds together because they're very similar.
Yeah, but still, it's like when the Fiend is literally still to this very day like something that I find as like the best creative like anything that WWE has ever come up with in the last like maybe 5 or 6 years, maybe even ever.
And that was him.
That was all
him. Yeah.
The storylines, yes, WWE, but that was all him. This guy, I mean, is there really an argument against him being the greatest creative mind in the wrestling industry as a talent? Not like any of the guys in the back or whatever.
He definitely had that mind, and before when he was with the Nexus, short-lived in that, and I felt like he had the ideas for Bray already in mind, but he just couldn't do it until he got kicked out in a sense by the Nexus, and then next thing you know, it's kind of like they repackaged him afterwards, and I'm like, okay, that's a great idea. You had to fall flat on your face because this shit didn't work, and then next thing you know, you basically just turn into what you became. You changed the world. You revolutionized his entire business in a sense.
I will say I bet the people, I mean, I'm sure they've eaten a ton of crow by now, but like the people that were chanting Husky Harris at him that first time he came on the main roster, pulling a banging promo, I bet they were kicking them in the pants when when he became the big star in that, one of the biggest stars.
Oh yeah, no, that is a fact. That, like, I'm not gonna hold you. At first, when he first came out, I was a bit skeptical, but I was won over quickly because it didn't take that long for this man to actually show exactly who he was and what he was about. And I'm like, you know what? This is authentic as hell.
Sure is.
This is organic in terms of what I'm seeing. I'm like, you're actually making me feel.
Yeah.
And it's not that often that someone actually makes you feel, in a sense. It's like, you really need some type of great promo where you're actually hating him, but this man was just like making you feel out of nowhere.
Not only did he have great promos that would make you feel, but this motherfucker was an absolute tank in the ring.
He was.
Tank.
Yeah. He could move. For a big man, he could move.
And again, like,
agile.
It sucks because he's already had some short legendary runs. I was here. I was absolutely here for. I mean, we talked about it the last couple weeks, bro. I'm getting emotional, but like, this motherfucker was making the roster deep again. Just him. Because you knew that if Bray Wyatt's active on the roster, there's one guy you got to be afraid of in the title picture.
It's him. Yeah.
If he actually were still here to this day and everything was like, if we were in a perfect world,
we would have all called him a runner-up.
Yeah, that man would have came back and then started aiming for Roman again. Be like, hey, hi, remember me? Remember all those years ago when you came back and you started your bullshit and you took me out?
That's true.
I didn't forget.
That's when the Tribal Chief started.
Yeah, like that was the last.
I've been thinking about that, Scotty, for real, man. It's just fucking me up too right now.
Yeah,
just thinking about it again.
Like that's in a perfect world, and sadly, it's like.
No, I mean it makes sense. It really makes sense, Obviously, you can get critical, and we all have about the glow in the dark match with LA Knight. But what are you gonna do? I mean, we had some critiques about Uncle Howdy and stuff, but we know that WWE always has their hands in the creative part. And maybe there were some rumblings that he was going to come back and it was going to be good. It was going to be his shit and no one else butting in, and we will never know.
Unfortunate. I mean, I'll pull this. I don't mean to pull that I was there, but I mean it was cool to see like a Firefly a few times. I mean, we all were. Yes, 100%.
The shitty part is that I never got to see him live, and it sucks.
Right? Get out of here.
You never saw him? Oh,
nah, I never got to see him live. Was he?
I never got to see him.
Greatest
modern day, because we've been through the Attitude Era. I've been through the Attitude Era. I've been through the fucking Ruthless Aggression Era. I'm talking live here. The modern era in WWE, the only times that I've felt, aside from like oh my OMG moments, which, you know, that's like hitting the lottery when you're at one of those. Every single time, and it was I can count them on my hand, and that's enough for me. Any single time that I was at an event, a live event, with Bray Wyatt there, through his original Bray Wyatt family era, to the Firefly Funhouse Fiend era, to now with what we had recently with Uncle Howdy, an experience, a phenom in the ring, or even if you fucking saw him pop up in the back cutting a promo from somewhere beyond. I didn't feel that presence, that supernatural character presence that I felt in the 90s or in the Ruthless Aggression era. I didn't feel that since then, really, in the modern era, until Bray Wyatt. And it sucks that, you know, we'll never have another Bray Wyatt.
I mean, he was the first kind of like, and then I don't mean to say gimmicky, but gimmicky kind of real wrestler.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he had that alter ego, or, you know, like, because like everyone was doing the whole realism thing. This is me. This is who I am. But it's like you said, like he was the modern day Undertaker. He had that kind of whimsical, kind of creeping little, you know, status to him.
Yeah, that was what really made him who he was, and he continued to show. He just continued to evolve, and that's when, like, when he came back initially last year, and he started doing what he was doing up until today. I was expecting the Fiend at first, but then when I saw that, I'm like, you know what? This is something new, because from what we've seen from him, he constantly just wanted to evolve. He didn't want to stay in the same place. Sure, yeah, you could have kept with the Fiend, because I feel like he could have done more with it, but I was also glad that he took that initial first step towards something different, and like, I wish we could have seen more come to fruition with that.
Same, yeah. I mean, I'll definitely probably go back over the next, you know, couple of days and just watch some great
100%
Shield Wyatt family matches. You know,
what is you guys is to you know, I don't want to. Me personally, I don't even have it in me to really like dissect All In. I'm down to give predictions and shit, but
That's
before
fine.
we get into that, you know, if it comes natural, obviously, whatever. This is just like a very heavy thing on all of us right now. What is your absolute favorite Bray Wyatt moment of all time?
I stand with the debut. Actually, it's between the debut of the Fiend and when he initially beat Seth for the title. Because before, like, when him and Seth were going at it for the title and that initial Hell in a Cell match, I was like, what the fuck? How do you get disqualified, or how do you call a no contest on a Hell in a Cell match?
Yeah, that makes no sense.
I'm not going to go too deep into that, but it's like, yeah, but yeah, no, after that kind of made up for it, because that was one hell of a fucking last man standing match. Was it a last man standing?
I think so.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, the debut, just a reintroduction of the man again. It was like, hi, you know me as this? Guess what, bitch? Surprise. So that was pretty cool to see that. And then obviously him winning the title. And I was just like, people felt like it was too soon, but I was like, no, it's not. It's like, we're seeing this man in a different iteration, but this is still the same old person that we've seen before, who's grinded his way towards one title and he grind his way towards this one again. So yeah, those were my two favorite moments right there, at least.
I mean, I'm torn. I have two that come to mind immediately, and it was, and again, pulling a Scotty Mac movie. I was there both times. I was experiencing being a Firefly in the Superdome at WrestleMania 30 when he fought John Cena. Though he lost that match, which I don't think really did too much damage to him overall. But like, I remember being pissed about it in the interim, or in the time there. And I don't think it made any sense. But it was just cool to be, you know, surrounded by however 60.
And
70,
side
000.
note, that's the thing with Bray Wyatt and how powerful he was. You cannot bury that man.
You can't.
No, not at all.
There's no in wrestling. They use the term burying somebody, and burying somebody can 100% be successful, especially in the company known as WWE. However,
As Triple H has done it to a ton of people.
Fucking bury Bray Wyatt. You could not.
Couldn't do it.
Everyone loved him. Everybody's gonna stand behind him until you motherfuckers make him a champion and make him a champion for a long time. And he didn't even, and it got to a point where we were like, you know what? We don't even want to see him win a championship. We just want to see you guys put respect on the man and let him just run an absolute muck.
Absolutely.
I still think to this very day when he lost to Goldberg, that was probably one of the most disgusting.
I don't even. Let's not even. Fuck.
I just need to bring that up really quickly.
Nah, I know you're 100% right in that. You know
They should've
what?
given him a
I
Goldberg.
do hope that the WWE fucking the front office guys lose sleep over that, because that was fucking stupid.
Yep.
If anything, that should have made him like Goldberg and made him undefeated, go on an undefeated streak. You know,
Pretty much.
But the second moment is more of a Daniel Bryan moment, but it was still really cool. It was. I don't mean to steal it if it's yours. I don't mean to steal it, but
It was one of my favorites. We were there
at the dunk. When Bryan finally.
and I noticed your shirt. I knew you were going there with this.
Yep. He finally stood up to the Wyatts in that cage, and man, it was.
And Wyatt was the perfect heel in a situation where Bryan Danielson was over as fuck. And what an amazing storyline. What an amazing match. What an amazing event to be at.
Yes, sir.
As much as I love so many Bray Wyatt moments, again, like he was always tied for first with me when it came to favorite current WWE guys. I really, really, really enjoyed his return. That whole thing.
We were so hyped about it. I remember.
Oh yeah, no.
He's got the whole world in his hands. I was absolutely losing it. Fucking goosebumps all over.
Yeah.
I would cry fucking tears of joy if I was any more fucking drunker than I was that night. And the promo that followed after that, where he was just himself and opening up to the crowd about what he's been, where he's been, what he's been going through, and then tossing in that twist at the end that says Bray Wyatt still has this other, almost otherworldly, other side fucking to him that, yo, rest in peace to an absolute legend, a 100% future Hall of Famer. Would have loved to have seen.
They should give him the Hall of Fame this year.
next year.
Next year, whatever.
This year or next year, but let it breathe for a little bit. I would say next year, let it breathe for a little bit, but I wouldn't be mad at this year too. You know, we need some time to heal a little bit.
Unfortunately, it's what they did with Eddie. I mean, obviously they didn't do it 2 years later with you-know-who, but they would have if, he didn't do what he did, but.
Yeah, we won't get too deep.
No, I don't mean to bring that up now.
Yeah.
But
No, it's okay.
No, it's relatable though. I thought about it earlier with him. My initial thought was like, damn, he's been depressed. He lost Brody Lee not too long ago, but we found out later what it was. Hopefully, again, Sean Ross is the professional he is, and it's real news. But
Brody's was lung related, I believe. And
yeah.
So in Bray's was heart. So, but still, it's shit that just pops up when you fucking least expect it.
Mm-hmm.
You could be, maybe not in the best shape of in the world, but like you can be in a fitter condition, and that shit can still come for you.
Yes, it can.
Definitely.
Let's get into All In. I really just whatever. However you guys are feeling, I do want to get into some predictions, some side notes.
Yeah.
We're gonna do some predictions. Yeah. How long is the card again?
It's like 10 matches.
Not too bad. Pretty short, and but long enough for Wembley, for a crowd like Wembley. Shout out to AEW. Shout out to Tony Khan for getting this done. Shout out to the rollout.
Tony Montana Khan.
Fucking
you know what?
MJF.
Let me before we
Tony
get there,
Montana Khan did it again.
Let me get on my soapbox now that we're kind of in a little bit. This is more of a legit heat kind of thing. Just now let me get on my soapbox and just say I was right, and you and Kuji, both of you said nah. I would never see it in my lifetime. Both of y'all said it in my lifetime, and guess who was right? This motherfucker.
As Cooj would say, and I know where he gets it from because we used to laugh at the video all the time. Apologize from Vince McMahon when he was asking when CM Punk was asking Vince McMahon to apologize.
Apologize.
Listen, as Vince McMahon would say,
Give me what I want.
I apologize, you son of a bitch.
Yes.
I did not think Tony Khan, and I'm sure I'm gonna say that
Tony
for me and
Montana
Gooch.
Khan.
I did not think Tony Khan could do it, but I slept on the fact that they have some of the best fucking wrestlers on the planet in the ring, and people overseas
Love
from
that shit.
all over the world fly the fuck out for good wrestling. And one thing about AEW is that if the product sucks from a sports entertainer's point of view, it will absolutely deliver with the wrestling. And one thing people are going to do in this world is fly anywhere and everywhere for professional wrestling. And I'm so happy for AEW and Tony Khan. I'm so happy about this rollout. It feels like a WWE kind of rollout where you have MJF and Adam Cole on Hot Ones.
That's true.
What other wrestlers have been on Hot Ones? Undertaker?
And Stone Cold.
Stone Cold?
Yep.
MJF and Adam Cole, baby.
I think Batista did one too.
Batista.
Maybe?
I think so. I got to look it up, but I think so.
Yeah.
Listen, bro. We got a lot to be excited about, a lot to be heartbroken about, but a lot to be excited about. I am excited to segue into AEW. I'm excited to see both companies, I would expect, share, their love and their own thoughts and feelings on this and their own dedications with the matches. We know we're gonna see a lot of that.
So real quick before we get into the actual card, and I know it kind of got debunked on Twitter, but like, what are the chances? Just what are the chances?
I know where you're going.
I know
with this.
exactly where he's going with this.
Of a
Don't you
man
dare.
named Adam Copeland showing up in Wembley.
He's not going there, for the love of God.
Okay. But what if he shows up in Chicago?
Gary, I'm gonna keep it a bean.
Hold on. What if he shows up
The
in
bean
Chicago?
is not kicking in tonight, okay?
Speaking of the bean, what if he shows up in Chicago at All Out?
Can I do a quick little tidbit on that? Do you know that that's literally next weekend?
Yeah, they're back to back.
That is literally next weekend.
No,
All
it's
in.
not.
It's the
It
3rd.
is.
It's September 3rd, yeah.
It is literally next fucking Sunday, and we currently only have two matches for that.
That
so far,
is
but-
not. That is not next Sunday. All Out is next Sunday.
Look it up.
I'm not gonna chop bet you because I know it's true.
I mean, that's an easy chop bet, though. He doesn't.
I mean, it is. We're not gonna discuss too much on people living up to their.
yeah, that's fair.
September 3rd.
Yes, sir.
Tony Khan.
Tony
What the
Montana
fuck are
Khan.
you- He's going to do a line and come up with that card within a week?
Yep. Yes, he is.
I thought we had at least 2 weeks.
No, we don't.
We got 1
We
week.
got 1 week.
This nigga's doing 2 pay-per-views? How did that happen?
What?
What is going
The
on?
line is right here, and he's
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, he's.
And run it.
Yep.
I have a feeling crazy shit's about to happen then.
I think All In will be. I mean, he said stuff that happens at All In will kind of play out at All Out.
Who said that?
Tony Khan, I'm pretty sure.
That's like a broad statement, right?
No, that's fair.
Well, here's
No,
the-
that's fair.
But I do think with that said, a lot of shit's gonna pop off.
There's only 2 matches so far for All Out. It's just Miro
Miro
and
and
Hobbs, and
yep.
then Darby versus Luchasaurus for the TNT Championship.
Yep.
Which obviously we
So
already know.
All
that.
Out kind of feels like a collision pay-per-view
It
so
could.
far.
I mean,
so
it's
far.
I mean,
Argue with me. Come on. Throw it back.
I'm not gonna say that it's a collision thing. Okay,
Fuck.
I'm just saying
With those 2 matches, it feels like a collision pay-per-view.
it's not, because we're gonna see more out of it, because this man is just gonna
I hope
do
so,
a whole fucking line. He's
but-
gonna bump a line and then be like, all right, he's gonna speed run every other match.
Gary's basically disagreeing. What do you think? Those 2 matches, just those 2 matches feels like a collision pay-per-view.
it feels like when Raw and SmackDown split their pay-per-views.
Yes.
But then again, it's like we have
Thank you.
everyone
But
on this
we also have
pay-per-view.
CM Punk versus Samoa Joe at All In for the real heavyweight
Quote, unquote.
Well,
championship.
Punk could barely get Joe up to do the go to sleep last week.
That shit's
so-
gonna suck dick. And they're only including Punk in that pay-per-view because he probably bitched about it.
probably.
And they have separate locker rooms. And because realistically, you could have just put that match at All Out in Chicago, cute little fucking whatever versus the Wembley one.
He's going to have a match at All Out. I know that
Oh
for
yeah,
a fact.
he
I don't
will.
know
He
why.
will.
What kind of match it'll be with who? I do not know.
I don't think I'm gonna put it out there with you guys right now before we do the reviews and shit. I mean, not the reviews. Wow.
Whoa.
Before we do the predictions, All Out's gonna be better than All In. Is that obvious?
You mean
All Out's gonna be all in.
All in is gonna be better than All Out.
Yeah, I was about to say. I'm like,
I
hey, yo,
think
what
so.
the fuck? We're talking about something that only has two matches.
Easily confused, but yes, that's what I meant.
That pay-per-view right now is only gonna last an hour, barely, maybe 45 minutes.
I mean, it's trying to think like what are the matches that could come out of it. It's obviously going to be like stuff that happens fallout.
Do you
from
like the
0
two
hour.
pay-per-views back to back?
That's weird. I've never seen that happen before.
I don't feel
at
good
least
about
with the
it.
same promotion.
No.
It's like
I don't feel good about it.
It's like, hey, if WWE had a pay-per-view this week and then AEW had theirs next week, that's something that we're used to.
That's different.
But
A
this
week
is the
apart?
same promotion having one pay-per-view now, and then next week we're like, hey, we're gonna run it back in the States.
I do
I
not
don't know.
feel good about it, bro.
I don't know. I mean,
don't.
It's not. That's not gonna do numbers. I'm gonna let you know that right now.
It-
Even though
it
it's
might
like
not.
United Center.
it might not. I mean, I'm seeing the concert that night, so I won't be able to watch it live anyway. But like,
What concert?
you'll laugh, but it's actually I'm pretty excited. Simple Plan, Sum 41, and The Offspring.
I won't laugh. That sounds better than fucking whatever the fuck that
Right.
shit show's gonna be in Chicago.
Hell yeah.
Let's get
Good
into
job,
it.
Scotty.
AEW 0 Hour, MJF and Adam Cole versus Aussie Open for the Ring of Honor. They're not winning that.
They're not, and then
throw
that's
that
just
in there
gonna
right now.
that's just gonna fuel whatever match. Well, obviously their match later that night. So yeah, Aussie Open all day.
But so Aussie Open is their good tag team, and it's like what's going through my brain right now is are they gonna just give a throwaway match on a pay per view? I don't think that they would, and I don't think Adam Cole and MJF would either. So like, are they gonna have a banger match and then a couple hours later have another banger match? Like, I mean,
We've seen it happen before.
We have.
You saw it happen live.
sure fucking
did. We're all going Aussie Open, I think.
Yeah, we're all going.
yeah Aussie Open.
Trios match, which is gonna slap Kenny Omega, Adam Page.
Well, but hold on, for 0 hour, there's only 2 matches announced. It's that one, and it's Jungle Boy and Hook, or Jack Perry and
This
and
is
Hook.
the latest one on Bleacher Report Wrestling, which is pretty valid.
Doesn't have
it
Hook?
just has that one.
Well, you heard it here live from Scotty Mac. The sources are my ass. It should be.
This
No,
man
I
is
heard it.
on
I heard
one.
it.
Holy crap!
I heard it on Twitter that, and I will never, ever in my life call it X. Fuck you, Elon. I heard on Twitter that it's supposed to be Jack Perry and Hook, but on 0 hour. But who knows?
We'll see. Kenny Omega, Hangman Adam Page, and Kota Ibushi versus Jay White, Juice Robinson, and Takeshita.
I like it.
Murder Ibushi is. I heard he lost a little bit of weight since we last saw him, which is
really?
Murder
Which-
Ibushi, I love
Murder
it.
Ibushi's actually back, and he's gonna kill every single one of
Listen,
them. He's gonna look
I'm
at Jay
going-
White and be like, "Remember
I'm
me,
going
bitch?"
Omega, Page, and Ibushi.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I'm just
Hands
excited to
down.
see Kenny and Kenny and Jay White finally go at it.
But
I need-
absolute banger.
I need
Yeah.
Kenny to hit Jay White with another "fuck you" V trigger from back, from the good old days. Oh yeah, just
Not a
knock his head
prediction.
off into the shadow realm.
Not a prediction, spoiler, banger.
Oh yeah.
Coffin match, Sting and Darby Allin versus Swerve Strickland and Christian Cage. Don't give a fuck, but I'm going to say Sting and Darby Allin.
Yeah, I'm going
that's
with
fine.
the guy that has already done like 100 of these coffin
It's
matches.
just crazy to me. Why why take AR Fox out of it?
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? AR Fox is about to have the biggest match of his fucking life, and you took him out of it. That's weird. For Christian,
Very
the guy
weird.
who literally just loves talking about fatherless children.
Oh, dude, that was
Who
so
in
good.
the
Though I will say,
I don't get this shtick. He comes out in is it a leather jacket?
I think so.
It's a leather jacket with a turtleneck under, with a dinosaur behind him, and he's talking about fatherless grown men and women sometimes. What the
Sometimes.
fuck?
Hey, he's a bastard. You know, I
Yeah, that
just-
just son of a bitch.
I mean,
fuck that guy.
I just don't understand. I mean, I think unless it's a visa issue, because the same thing happened with Ray Phoenix. Ray Phoenix is not going to be an all out because of a visa issue. So that's why he
bullshit,
got
man.
taken out on Wednesday. So I wonder if that's why AR Fox got taken out, is because he doesn't have his papers to travel abroad or something.
Rich niggas going through real nigga problems. Listen, Stadium Stampede, don't know how they're going to do it.
Don't know how
Orange
they're gonna do it.
Cassidy, Best Friends, Eddie Kingston, Penta, a mystery partner versus John Moxley.
Oh no, it's just a 5-on-5.
It's 5-on-5 now. Yeah,
They said it on
yeah,
Dynamite last
because that's
night.
What's going on?
because
All right.
Phoenix can't do it. Yeah.
John Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, Santana, and Ortiz. Which I'm excited.
I'm glad they're back. I'm glad whatever bullshit they had, they put it behind them, and because they're a hell of a tag team.
My boy Santana's back.
I'm going with Bullet Club Puerto Rico. No,
Bullet Club Puerto Rico.
That's a new one.
I'm going
That's
for
a new one.
Listen, I'm going for. I'm drunk. I'm lit. I'm drunk and enjoying wrestling. Listen.
Oh yeah.
I'm going for Blackpool Combat Club Puerto Rico.
Did Bad Bunny switch sides?
Oh shit. Oh
Santana
man. Oh, and that might lead to
yeah.
freaking Eddie versus John next week. That could be a thing.
That could be a thing.
Who you guys got?
With Eddie versus John?
No, this match.
Oh, I got the Blackpool boys and the Puerto Rican guys from the Bronx.
It's called Blackpool Combat Club
Puerto Rico. I'm sorry, Blackpool, Puerto Rico.
I think the comeback
the Blackpool
Comeback Club.
Blackpool, Puerto
Blackpool
Rico.
Puerto Rican Combat Club.
I think the Blackpool
the Blackpool Combat Club's dojo in Puerto Rico.
Yes.
The Puerto Rican dojo.
I think the Puerto Rican dojo of Blackpool Combat Club does deserve a win.
The Puerto Rican murder dojo.
Hey, they're the island that invented hardcore, so yeah.
Oh shit! But yeah, we got them, man. It's like Eddie's gonna have to take another.
I just think BCC could use a win, and it would be nice to see Ortiz and Santana on top too.
I think we can all agree on this next one that this man is a spoiled little bitch, a spoiled little gray-haired bitch, and the guys at my studio are so rude.
I was saying, what is that?
And listen, we all know that CM Punk's gonna beat Samoa Joe for the real world championship, so we're just gonna skip that.
Yeah,
we're gonna skip.
Gary's not here, so it's fine. We can skip it.
Yep.
Would have skipped it if he was here anyway. The AEW World Trios Championship, the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass versus the House of Black. I'm excited for this one.
The badass Billy Gunn is
I
back.
think that the House of Black are gonna take this one.
I think the Acclaim might take it.
Yeah,
I think
so.
This is a point where we kind of need to have a change. If
You guys are turning on me now, huh?
I mean, I'm the guy that chose House of Black at first. Remember that a long time ago, but with the way things are shifting, I think the Acclaimed have that slight advantage again, like they did when they first won the tag titles. Yeah, no, I think this is that little spark that they needed. Yeah. So yeah, they'll dethrone them, but it won't be a long-lived reign. That's just my little side.
That's fine.
But I choose them to win.
All right, word. AEW World Women's Championship, Sheeta, Baker, Saraya, Storm. Who you got?
If Sheeta don't walk out of this with that damn title, I might need a fair one from Tony.
Because I'm gonna go Sheeta too, bro.
I'm gonna go with the obvious.
If you say who I think you're gonna say, I'm gonna need a fair one outside too.
I hate him already. What are you gonna say?
Johnson.
Yo, what are you?
Say it.
Saraya.
Stop.
Get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna open the door for you. Get the fuck out of here.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. It is the obvious.
Kick him out.
I know you look sincere, and I know when you're sincere. This is that look. But
fuck that shit, get out.
This is like when fucking Gallows had that gimmick where you ring the bell and fucking he was wilding out. That's Yeri.
Yeah.
But listen, yo, bro, it is the obvious. I just don't want to believe it.
Yeah, I don't want to either. Fuck that.
Fucking
gonna give her a moment.
Yeah, she already had her. Yeah, she had her moment. She definitely had her moment. Mm-hmm. The whole internet enjoyed it with her. AEW Tag Team Championship. I am so excited for this match.
Tree. FTR.
Xavier Woods.
Young Bucks. Tree. Oh, you nasty.
You'll never find another wrestling podcast like this, baby.
You also never find a hairline like mine.
Fair.
You'll never find. Come on, you know.
It's better than mine for someone who's older than me.
I mean, you chose the ball length,
baby. Bro,
look
what I'm working with when I'm not bald.
We got the cool head tattoo now.
You gotta do the razor blade every week.
I'm still handsome, bro. It's all right.
That's fine.
I'm just a sexy boy.
I mean, the kids still love you. That's all that matters.
I'm not your boy toy.
Oh my god.
Come on,
But yeah, no, FTR versus.
I'm fucking excited for this
Young Bucks 3.
match because one side are CM Punk talented. I won't call them dick suckers because I love them. They're just dick riders for
without a
Punk,
license.
Without a license. But you know what? It's FTR. They're talented. I won't take that away from them. The Young Bucks, I hope that they do take these titles. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And I am betting the house on them. So I'm riding with my boys.
Okay. I mean, honestly, this in one of the match, I'm very torn.
And if FTR goes over, by the way, the Young Bucks still win because they win as professionals.
Yeah.
Putting the guys over. So,
yeah, I'm still choosing FTR in this case.
But I'm going Young Bucks.
I think that the top guys will walk out of Wembley.
Who are you?
I know.
How?
It really was.
I know. I don't get it, but
Who are you?
I know.
Okay, now
Yeah.
he can stay.
But I made up for it.
But when it's over, it's top guys out.
That's crazy. All right. The AEW Realist World Championship, the Triple B.
That Burberry belt.
Burberry
My
belt.
fellow New Yorker, MJF.
Do
My
we
fellow
really-
scumbag New Yorker,
Wait,
MJF.
is he from Long Island, you said?
Long Island.
Do you really count Long Island as part of New York?
When it's a scumbag like MJF, yes.
Speaking of MJF, I don't know. Did you guys get
man.
a chance to listen to Busted Open's open house or
I heard a
town
little
hall,
bit of
whatever
it.
it's called?
No.
So,
But I saw
Bits and pieces.
yeah, I might have sent the link to you guys.
Excerpts
But if you get a chance, it's a town hall that LaGreca and it's basically an interview with MJF, and I don't know how he did it, but he made me love him more.
what was it? What part was it?
Honestly, and you won't believe me that I said this, that he had a wrestling federation as a kid. He admitted that.
He admitted he had a what?
A wrestling fig federation. As in, he played with the wrestling figures. He's a geek like the rest of us.
Love it.
As he should. But in this case,
when you look at the Rosie O'Donnell,
oh no,
True. You know, so
he,
I don't know.
was a young Mark.
He was.
And you can't call a kid a Mark.
No, you
Like
can't.
that'd be calling Alexandria a
Yeah,
Mark
you
for
can't,
having
no.
figures in a ring.
No, hell no.
You can't call a kid a Mark. But he's a huge fan.
He is.
Bro, he fucking literally like gives Roman his flowers and is an understatement. He's a huge fan.
Yeah.
Like he's the best in. I think I'm gonna bug out when I say this, and it's because like in the ring, Kenny Omega is. I want to be very specific about this. In the ring, Kenny Omega is the best wrestler in AEW. But when I'm talking about like all around, put together, the guy that you want to invest in, which they clearly are for a reason, MJF is the best damn fucking guy in that company right now.
It's hard to argue that. It's hard to argue it.
it definitely is hard, especially with how he's kind of rolling now.
And I opened it up with Kenny Omega, best in the ring. One of the they're probably tied for first to me. When Will Ospreay gets there, if he gets a contract locked in, that's a conversation for another day. That would throw another wrench in that debate.
He did say that his contract is coming up in
6
New
months.
Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
6 more months. We'll
He's
see.
going to be either AEW or WWE bound.
But he still says that he doesn't want to really come to America. I think New Japan will find a way to give him what he wants. I don't think he's asking for much either. But that's the side note. MJF, Adam Cole. I pick MJF. That's my scumbag.
MJF all day.
I want my guy Adam Cole to win one,
But he's your scumbag?
but MJF is my scumbag.
Yes.
Yeah,
Cheers, fellas. Yep. Also, fuck Bleacher Report, because I just remembered something and I went to another fucking source to get it. So fuck Bleacher Report especially for how fucking professional these guys are supposed to run their shit.
Why? What happened?
I knew I missed something and it wasn't on there. Will Ospreay versus Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Will Ospreay's taking that all day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Jericho's getting Hidden Blade straight into the Shadow Realm and then some, and it's not going to be pretty.
Though I will say bangers of the night will be Jericho, Ospreay, FTR, Bucks, Adam Cole, MJF.
Yo, I completely fucking agree, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Scissor me and all that.
Hell yeah.
Guys, thank you for tuning in to a very
different,
hard, different, and spiritual experience. And I'm pretty sure you can say that's what she said. R.I.P. to Bray Wyatt.
Yes. Yep.
R.I.P. to Wyndham Rotunda. R.I.P. to Terry Funk. And as wrestling fans, as people involved, people who cover the sport, who are involved in the sport, as people who just consume the sport and are fans, hang in there. And I encourage you to, if you're new, if you're getting back, I know, you know, believe it or not, people who are getting back into wrestling, if you're semi new to it, because you watched it in the Attitude Era and you fell off and now whatever, I encourage you, if you haven't, to look up
watch some Black and Gold NXT.
Black and Gold NXT,
Bray
some
Wyatt
of
stuff.
Bray Wyatt stuff between like 2013, 2014, the Fiend stuff.
Earlier, 2012, because 2014 was WrestleMania 30.
Right. So 2012, 2013.
Yeah.
Yeah, live from East Providence, home of the East Providence
Later Gators.